Hello everybody, welcome to a little series inspired by Lavendertowne once again. I absolutely adore her. We are turning elements into people. The first element we're going to start with is Earth. Now for Earth, I want to, not really go for like the ground type of Earth, but actually just like the planet Earth. I don't know why I did this, I just kind of wanted to. So for this one, I decided to, for the top of her head, I decided to, just kind of make it like a kind of a brush, like, kind of make it like trees, the top of trees and everything. And then, like, I gave her like cute little earrings. They're gonna change soon, but so for her dress, I kind of wanted to like resemble like a waterfall, like a waterfall. So I had to just give like a long circle skirt. It kind of like resembles like water flowing down. And her earrings are like clouds and a flower because, that's also nature. And I thought it'd be cute, have two mismatched earrings. So I originally planned it was gonna give her a bow, but then I'm like, that's a little too much. So I actually scrapped the bow last minute. And then I also gave her like little snowflakes at like the bottom of like her feet and her legs, kind of remind you of like snow and everything. Because I wanted to add like almost try and do as many climates as possible. I gave her like little scars and band-aids on her skin because you know how Earth is, everybody like treats it like crap. So unfortunately she's a little damaged, but she's okay. I decided not to give them eyes. This is a last minute decision. I decided not to give all these characters eyes. I'm not sure why. They were supposed to be people, but at the same time I just wanted to like give them more of an ethereal feel. I don't know. None of them have eyes. Getting to the coloring stage part of the process, I wanted to like make her skin more of the earthy tone, the brown, the dirt and everything. So I made it like two different shades of brown. Kind of like how like some of those people have, I can't remember what it's called, but it's like they have lighter pigments in their skin somewhere. I decided to give her that because I thought, yeah, it'd be cute, and plus it resembles dirt. And then I decided for her clothing that I was going to, color the skirt blue because it's supposed to resemble water, her hair green because it's supposed to resemble trees. And then I gave her, for her top, I sort of gave her like a flowery type of brush type of top, kind of like, it's supposed to remind you of like a flower, or maybe just a sunset. It could be a sunset. I thought it'd be really cute. Honestly, I drew these ones at like 1 in the morning because like I just randomly really wanted to draw, and I kind of want to do this like small series where I was gonna like make elements into people. I only did 3 today because again it was at 1 in the morning. So we'll have earth, fire, and water. So for her shading, I just kind of want to do like a very like simple shading, like as I always do, cell shading. I didn't want to do anything too fancy. And the highlights, the same thing. I just like the source of sunlight is supposed to be like above her, kind of like above her, like in front of her, type of deal. And there you go. That's my little earth girl. I find her adorable. So the next element is water. And for this one, it's going to be a bit more androgynous. For this one, I kind of want to like pose them to be more like they're waving with the waves, their arms all wavy. For the hair, I also wanted to make it all wavy and everything, and just sort of capture that water vibe. For their clothing, I was very struggling with this one. I didn't know how to capture the water feel with clothing, so you can see me debating really harshly on how I'm going to do this. In the end, I ended up going up with like a very like loose shirt with so I don't know what you call that, like a skirt with a slit up the middle type of deal. You can see me going through the stages of Avatar. I gave them big glasses to like kind of resemble like fish eyes and stuff like that. I also gave them like a little type of rope belt and a little pearl necklace to really add on to the fact that they're part of the ocean. I also made them have no shoes or socks because they don't need that in the ocean. I decided to give them like a little crown because it's supposed to resemble like a coral reef type of deal. It's like it's really pretty, and I like those type of crowns. Its inspiration is from like one of those crystal crowns, if you ever seen them. Coming on to the color process, I stuck to more like beachy type of color palette. There's also like, there's also underwater type things, like the coral reef. their hair is like the main attraction. The hair is blue, the hair is like everything, and then the clothing is what's supposed to represent the peach. Well, I decided to make their skin a little bit darker toned because I feel like they'd be on the beach at all times, or like in like shallow water, and you of course you'd be tan that way. For this one, I really tried to make them more like roundish, because I feel like water would be like more like round rather than sharp, and like a bubble. For the clothing color, like I said, I wanted to keep it like beach themed, so like I like made like the clothing more like colorful, more out of all of them. I think I kind of like this one the most. This one's my favorite drawing out of all three of them, mainly because I just kind of like the nice dynamic pose that I don't really do that often, and I also kind of like the little necklace that's going on there, and like all the accessories they're wearing, and I kind of like the fact that they're barefoot, and like they kind of give me like 70s vibes. This is my water person. Alright, so the last one for today is going to be the fire guy. So for this one, I wanted it to be more sharp, more like angular, because I feel like fire is more like pow in your face. I also decided to put them in like more like a business-y type of attire. I really thought that would suit the theme. I also tried to make their hair more like flame-like in order to really capture that fiery feel. This one is probably the most simplest out of the three, mainly because it didn't take that long, and like it's a simple pose, simple clothes. I'm fine with that. For the coloring process, I want to make their skin like very charred black, like the like charcoal. I want to keep it more like that type of tone. And then for the hair, of course, I made it the fire red color, as well as some like orange highlights. And then for the suit, I again stuck with the fire theme. I made it sort of a dark maroonish type color, as well as like a gray undershirt. I tried to keep everything as angular as possible. I didn't really want any like rounded parts on this character because I don't feel like it would fit him at all. And like again, it was like about 3 in the morning when I drew this, so I just like I was kind of rushing him. I still like him though. I think he turned out pretty cool. Alright, and that's all 3 of my elements for today. We have earth, fire, and water. I don't really have names for them. I might come with them at some point. But I really hope you guys enjoyed. I had a lot of fun doing this, and I hope to do 3 more elements next time. Thank you so much. You guys have a great day.